If you're watching this video at 2 in the morning because you can't sleep due to back pain, the next 8 minutes could completely change your quality of life. 78% of adults suffer from back pain on a regular basis. And if you're one of them, you've probably tried everything. Special pillows, pain relief creams, anti-inflammatory medication, even expensive physical therapy sessions. But the pain always comes back, doesn't it? There's a very specific reason for that. Every single day of back pain reduces your productivity by 40%. You know exactly what that feels like. That sharp pain when you stand up, the stiffness when you wake up, the feeling that your spine is locked in place. By the end of this video, you'll have a 5-minute routine that physical therapists charge over $200 per session to teach. But first, you need to understand why your back pain will never go away if you keep doing what 90% of people are doing wrong. Your spine is like a tower of blocks. When one block is out of alignment, the entire structure compensates. The problem is that most people treat only the symptom, never the root cause. You feel pain in your lower back and assume that's where the problem is. But in reality, 90% of back pain doesn't come from the spine itself. It comes from the muscles surrounding it. Here's the fatal mistake that keeps you stuck in this vicious cycle: complete rest. When you feel pain, your instinct is to stop moving, but that actually increases muscle tension. It's like leaving a garden hose bent for days. When you finally try to use it, it's even stiffer. The real formula for back pain is simple. Pain equals inflammation plus tension plus muscle weakness. Imagine sitting in a chair for 8 hours a day. Your hip flexors shorten, your core becomes weak, and your pelvis tilts forward. This forces your spine to compensate, creating tension points that lead to inflammation. It becomes a self-perpetuating cycle. More pain leads to less movement leads to more stiffness leads to even more pain, and your quality of life slowly declines day after day. Now that you understand the real cause, I'm going to show you the first movement that can break this cycle in just 30 seconds. The first movement is called the pelvic tilt, and it unlocks the base of your spine. Lie down on the floor with your knees bent and your feet flat. Place one hand on your stomach and the other under your lower back. Now, imagine you have a tailbone that needs to touch the wall behind you. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, gently press your lower back into the floor. You should feel your abdominal muscles lightly engage. Hold for 5 seconds, then relax. Repeat 10 times. This movement directly targets the psoas muscle, often called the muscle of pain. It connects your spine to your femur, and when it's tight, it pulls your entire body out of alignment. It's like having a rope tied around your waist, constantly pulling you downward. The most common mistake is using too much force. Don't try to smash your back into the floor. This is a subtle, controlled movement. Think about melting your lower back into the floor, not forcing it. Do this movement 5 times in the morning and 5 times before bed. Within 3 days, you'll notice that getting out of bed is no longer painful, but this is just the beginning.
This movement alone can relieve up to 60% of the tension. However, there's a second movement that targets an area most people completely ignore. The second movement is the hip flexor stretch, the forgotten muscle. This is the real culprit behind most back pain. After years of sitting, it becomes so tight that it literally pulls your pelvis forward, forcing your spine to compensate. Kneel on the floor and step forward with your right foot, like you're going into a lunge. Place your hands on your right thigh for support. Now comes the key part. Gently push your hips forward while keeping your torso upright. You should feel a deep stretch in the front of your left hip, near the groin. It's like untangling a knot that's been pulling your spine out of position for years. Hold for 30 seconds, then switch sides. If you're a beginner, do this near a wall or couch for balance. If you have knee discomfort, place a cushion under the knee that's on the floor. What matters is feeling the stretch in the front of the hip, not in the knee. You'll know it's working when you feel a melting sensation in your lower back. It's a unique feeling, almost like flipping off a tension switch that's been on for years. Some people even experience mild tingling down the legs, which is completely normal. One important exception: If you've been diagnosed with a herniated disc, perform this movement cautiously and stop immediately if you feel pain radiating down your leg. These first two movements prepare your body for the final one, the movement that truly addresses back pain at its root. The third movement is deep core activation, your body's natural armor against back pain. And no, I'm not talking about crunches or sit-ups. I'm talking about the deep stabilizing muscles most people don't even realize they have. Lie down again with your knees bent. Place your fingers on the sides of your abdomen, just above your hip bones. Breathe normally and gently pull your belly button inward, as if you were trying to move it away from your waistband. This should be only about 10% of your maximum effort. Here's the test. You should be able to talk normally while doing this. If you're holding your breath or straining, you're doing it wrong. This is a subtle, deep contraction. Hold for 10 seconds, then relax. Repeat 10 times. This exercise activates the transversus abdominis and the multifidus, muscles that act like a natural corset around your spine. When they're strong, your spine has the support it needs to move without pain. The progression is simple. In week 1, do 10 repetitions of 10 seconds. In week 2, increase the hold to 15 seconds. In week 3, try performing the movement while standing. Within a month, these muscles will activate automatically during your daily activities. Here's a critical tip. If you feel this in your lower back, you're doing it wrong. You should feel a gentle, deep contraction in your abdomen. In 7 days, you'll notice a difference. In 21 days, your posture will completely change. Now I want to share something no doctor ever tells you. Your back pain isn't a flaw, it's a result of your modern lifestyle. 8 hours of sitting, your head pushed forward staring at screens, and zero core activation throughout the day. Your body wasn't designed for that. You're not broken, you're just out of alignment. Like a car that needs an alignment, there's nothing fundamentally wrong.
It just needs a few adjustments to function properly again. Studies show that people who perform these 3 movements daily reduce back pain by up to 85% within 30 days. This isn't magic, it's biomechanics. You're simply restoring your body's natural alignment. So to summarize, you have 3 movements: pelvic tilts to relax the psoas, hip flexor stretches to release tension, and deep core activation to stabilize everything. 5 minutes in the morning, 3 minutes before bed. If you do just this for the next 7 days, I guarantee you'll feel a noticeable difference. In 2 weeks, people around you will comment on your posture. In 1 month, you'll forget you ever had chronic back pain. If after 30 days of consistent practice you still experience significant pain, consult a physical therapist. There may be structural issues that require professional care, but for 90% of people, these 3 movements are enough. In the video description, I've included a free PDF with detailed instructions and illustrations for each movement. Print it out and put it on your fridge. Make this a non-negotiable habit, just like brushing your teeth. You now have knowledge that physical therapists spend years mastering. The only difference between you today and someone living pain-free 30 days from now is these 3 movements. But there's a 4th secret movement that can accelerate results by 50%. I'll reveal it in the next video for those who comment below which movement stood out the most. Comment which one you'll try first. Subscribe to the channel to see the secret movement next week. And share this video with someone who needs to get rid of back pain once and for all. Your new pain-free life starts now.